Stem and leaf plots, I like to use these to show grades because they take all the identity out of it and you can see where you stand. And so you've seen these before. You learned them in 6th grade. So the stem is a leading digit or digits for data points that share those digits. In this case, I'm looking at quiz grades, so I'm going to look at the tens place and higher. Those will be my stems. So sadly, the lowest quiz grade was a 10, so I will need a 1 going all the way up to the 100 that I have there. So I need a 10 for the, I have a 10 in the tens place because 10 times 10 is 100. The leaves are just the ones, and by the way, these go on the left side of the column. The leaves are just the trailing digit or digits because if I'm dealing with bigger numbers, I can have more than one place value there. And they're for each of the data points. Now, if I didn't have such a wide spread already, I could actually split these up like from 0 to 4 and 5 to 9. But I didn't. I just left them as they were. And you can see there are the values on the right. So I had this first data point represents a 10. The second one's a 10. The next one's a 15. Here's a 20 and here's a 25. So I can see these students really need a lot of work on their graphing skills. Yeah, this is for a line, y equals mx plus b. Whereas these students had still remembered how to do it from Algebra 1. Now, it's helpful if you list it in order. I think I've seen it somewhere where it wasn't in order, but just put them in order. Life will be better. And you do not need to put commas between the leaves. Just try to have them line up, kind of grid-like. You also want to be sure that you have a key for each of your stem and leaf plots, and they will be looking for that on your AP tests. Now, you can also do a comparative stem and leaf plot. So let's say I wanted to compare two classes side by side. So the center column is going to be the stem, like before. The left column is for one set of data, and the right column is for the other set of data. And you still have your key like before. Be sure to include group labels so you can distinguish the data. So I know that first class I'll just call class A here, and the other class I'll call class B. Now the last type of plots we'll be looking at are time plots, but you're kind of used to these. These shouldn't be too difficult. Basically, you're graphing the value over time. So in this graph, we're looking at the average public tuition, average tuition and fees, and one's public in-state, that's the orange. The blue is public out-of-state, and the green is private. And so you can see how tuition and fees are changing over time for college. Kind of scary since I know you guys are going pretty soon.